Hey, today's March 28th, and I haven't shaved in a few days. I'm roughing it a little bit. Thought I'd go ahead and make a little clip here. It's a little windy, so I don't know if the sound will work. I hope I don't get overridden by the breeze. Thought I should bring up a few things. Of course, most everybody knows now that California State Senator, a Democrat, Leland Yee, was arrested by the FBI for weapons trafficking to, I guess, a lot of different things, but one of which was some terrorist training camps, I guess, in California. Well, the important thing about this is that this guy had some clout, and the FBI went after him. Pretty cool, you know? It's about time. He's out there doing all this anti-gun stuff, saying how bad they are, and then he's supplying weapons to real criminals and terrorists. Interesting. Well, also, along with that, the FBI shut down their contact with the Southern Poverty Law Center. Wow, that was a big step. What do I have to say about all this? I'm not so sure this is coming from the upper levels of the FBI. It's like I've said before, I think there is a war going on between these different factions. Some good, some bad guys going after other bad guys, trying to keep the good guys from doing what they're supposed to do. But either way, a lot of things are happening. And I just want to encourage the good guys in these agencies to not let the bad guys hurt you or to stop you from what you're doing. You know, but don't stop where you are now. Go after everybody that's in corruption and illegal activities. Everybody in your own agencies, and even all the way up to your bosses. And I mean your grand superiors, the president, Congress, everybody. You know, I think all that's pretty important to do that. Let's stop going after just the little guys that are spitting on the sidewalk and jaywalking, or, you know, who do some little minor thing, and we make a big issue of it when we have people responsible for the theft of billions and trillions of dollars, covering it up, doing unconstitutional things, requiring the people to do what they themselves won't obey, and starting wars of aggression using lies and deceit. Which brings me to the next point. By now, most everybody should have heard, if not, that the Turkish government shut down YouTube. Well, that was the way the Western media spun it. But USA Today slipped up, or else it leaked through there somehow. Imagine this story wasn't supposed to make it like this, but fortunately it did. The real reason Turkey shut it down, of course, was because somebody had leaked a conversation between the Turkish highest members of the Turkish government that talked about actually pulling a false flag on their own soldiers, you know, firing missiles and killing their own people, called a false flag, and then blame it on Syria to justify a war in Syria. Now, Turkey wouldn't do this on their own. This is under NATO guidance, which of course is US guidance as well, because they still want that war in Syria. They want war everywhere. So down below I have the links in the description box so you can see those, but so you know that it's not just hype, I've included the USA article as well. Hopefully they don't take these things down, but that's why I'm doing this now, because I felt like it needs to be said. Of course, a lot of people are talking about this. Alex Jones talked about it on InfoWars. The reporters that Alex has are really good. Watson over there in Britain actually broke the story, I think. But Alex also talked about it on the Savage Nation and had a really good interview with that. So I think, you know, that's really important that there are people in the mainstream like Savage who are willing. I mean, you know, I know I've said before he's mainstream, and in a way he isn't, but in a way he is, are bringing these things out. So this is great news. Yeah, look at the USA Today article that's down below, and then the other links if you like, showing the videos that you can hear are are in Turkish, but you can have them translated or listen to the translator. I'm sure there is one there that you can get a hold of. Regardless, why do I bring this thing up with Turkey? Because our government, NATO, they're all capable of doing false flags. Remember Operation Gladio? If you don't know what that is, go back and look that up. You'll see NATO run terrorism to get people to go with the West, go with certain political factions for certain political sides. They'll kill innocent people. Like I've said before, they will do anything to stay in power. Anything, including setting off a nuke, just like Obama said about New York City. Yes, they will do that, and they'll do it to get more control or to start wars, whatever, to destroy your life, your family's lives, and take your property and your liberty. Just keep that in mind. I'll probably have some more to post on this a little later, but I just wanted to get this much done today. FBI, good on you on Yi. Good on you on the SPLC. Let's keep it up. Let's go find out these guys that did this in Boston. Let's go find out these guys in Fast and Furious. Let's go find out about all these things that are going on. High crimes and misdemeanors and treason that you can investigate. And you may not be able to do more than charge, but you can bring this information to not your boss Holder, because he's in the middle of it, but right to the right members of Congress. And yes, it's going to be a political thing, and I realize that. But go public, all right? You're doing exactly what you should do. You're taking the risk to bring these things out. Good on you. I'm proud of you.